year number 3. Currently, Dallas has 6 Super Bowls. The New York Giants have 5. And, Dallas had a off year last year. Let's see if the Dallas Cowboys can get their 7th. We'll get right into it.
Select the team you want to
Since it isn't overly long, I might keep commentating over it, seeing what has happened and trying to recover some of that same fire we got.
Start the regular season by selecting
Tennessee was playing good. They've been making the playoffs regularly. Not necessarily the highest win-to-loss ratio, but they've been making the playoffs and making it deep into the playoffs, actually. And as you can see, same thing as last year, and we're going to advance. We're going to advance to... We're just going to advance into the Super Bowl and then skip a week after we get all the records down. But I can't see an overly great record off the top of here. Maybe the Lions, they're 21-11. The Jags are 20-12, so they're pretty close. I don't see anything else higher than the. Oh, here we go. The Chiefs are 23-9.
A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Playoffs in year 1 for. And it looks like the Patriots clinched the AFC East this year, and the Falcons made it to the playoffs again. All right, the Steelers, they won 11-5. This time, they've been making the playoffs every year. That's their 3rd time. The Bengals, 9-6-1. And I know what you're probably thinking. Tact. Why? Why are you only doing it 1 year by 1 year? Well, it's 100 times. And to be honest, I can go every 10 years and then just restart. I'm actually planning on doing that at some point, but isn't it better to know how the teams are going to work and then it'll work accordingly? Just every 1 year, at least to start it out, and then every 10 years after. But I am planning on doing that. The Browns went 5-11. They're trash, like normal, and the Ravens below average. By below average, I mean they're shit. They did worse than the Browns. They don't even have that bad of a team. The Titans, however, they clinch home field advantage for the first time with 12-4. That would be their first Z. The Texans, by the way, the Titans are the first ones to clinch home field advantage, clinch the wild card, and clinch their divisional championship. Different times. So, hats off to them. The Texans went 7-9. The Jaguars, they went 6-10, as well as the Colts went 6-10. The AFC East, the Patriots went 10-6, clinching their division. There was one time they missed the playoffs too, so now it's 6-9-1, so they got a tie. The Bills and the Dolphins also go 6-10. So that's not good for them. The Raiders, they clinch their division, going 10-6, their first playoff appearance. The Chiefs also, this time, they don't clinch their division, but they do clinch the playoffs. So they're tied with the Steelers with the most playoff berths, unless the Seahawks also make the playoffs. And the Eagles. Everybody else, I'm not entirely sure. The Broncos, they went 9-7, so they also missed the playoffs again. The Chargers this time missed the playoffs, so they only made it once in the last 3 years. The NFC North, the Packers, they went 11-5, win their division. The Lions went 7-9, so they missed the playoffs for the first time. The Bears went 3-13, and the Vikings went 7-9. Vikings haven't made the playoffs since year 1. That's bad. The NFC South, the Falcons, they go 14-2, and they clinch home field advantage. So, weird year. The Titans and the Falcons clinch home field advantage. But the Panthers, they go 10-5-1. They also clinch a wild card spot. The Saints went 7-8-1. And the Buccaneers went 6-9-1. Because we love ties. The Eagles, they went 10-6. They also make the playoffs, clinching their division. So 3 playoffs in a row for the Eagles. The Giants, who are defending Super Bowl champions, went 9-7. They also make the playoffs, getting that last wild card spot. The Cowboys go 8-8, miss the playoffs again. So they're in a drought, yet they've won the Super Bowl. And the Redskins are 6-9-1. Let's see how the West turned out. And it looks like the Seahawks also made the playoffs. So 10-5-1. They clinched their division. And everybody in this division just sucks because reasons, I guess. 8-8 for the Cardinals, 6-10 for the 49ers, so they're up. And the Rams are 5-11, so they've been progressively getting worse since they missed the playoffs in year 1 with a 10-6 record, which is funny considering I think a 10-6 record would make them, that would definitely make them the playoffs in this simulation. So not good for them. Not good for them. All right, let's go see who the MVP of the season was. And it looks like the first time ever, Marcus Mariota is currently the MVP. The Titans pulling out all the stops in these simulations. I ain't gonna lie, they've been playing pretty well. And Dan Quinn will be the coach of the year for the Atlanta Falcons. So hats off to him. Offensive player of the year will be Mariota for Tennessee. We're going to scroll down through here. J.J. Watt will be the defensive player of the year. The offensive rookie of the year also goes to Watson again. Yeah, looks like Deshaun Watson's been playing pretty darn well. Tyus Bauer also gets the Bowser gets the defensive rookie of the year. Offensive player of the year for the NFC side will be Rodgers once again for Green Bay. And Brandon Graham. Might as well just make Graham the NFC Offensive Player of the Year every year now. Apparently the best player in the world. Although Luke Kuechly has been up there as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the NFCs. And might as well just put down Trubisky every year. Death taxes and Trubisky and Watson taking the Offensive Rookie of the Year no matter what they do that year. 3-13. Man, if I was them, I would put Dalvin Cook as Offensive Rookie of the Year, but that would be me. Just because their team is a little bit better, unless it was like really far when it comes to freaking stats, like really far. It had to have been oh my gosh, Had to have been farther than I think. Oh. So, we're going to advance to next week. We're going to advance the Super Bowl week. And we probably got spoilers there because I kind of saw that. Probably shouldn't do that. I'm going to go to the wild card. Oakland defeated Cincy. So every time Cincy has been into the playoffs, they get beat by a team that keeps losing in the playoffs. So that's not a good sign. Looks like there will not be a defending Super Bowl champion. The Giants lose to the Seattle Seahawks. And in this time, Kansas City defeats New England. Odd year, odd year. Carolina not only made the playoffs, but they defeated real-life Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles. The Tennessee Titans again defeat the Chiefs in the divisional round. Death taxes and Tennessee beating Kansas City in the divisional round. I swear this is what happens every year. No matter if Tennessee's in the divisional round or the wild card round, it doesn't matter. It's going to be Tennessee and Kansas City, and Tennessee always comes out on top. Atlanta defeats Carolina 31-3. Pittsburgh beats Oakland. So Pittsburgh has been a top team making it to the divisional round every year, as well as Tennessee and Kansas City, and many other teams who keep losing in the divisional round. But it looks like Green Bay this time defeats the Seahawks to clinch their spot in the conference championship game. And this time, when Pittsburgh goes up one-on-one against Tennessee, Pittsburgh defeats Tennessee. And it looks like Green Bay beats Atlanta in order to make it to Super Bowl 54. And it looks like Green Bay, they win their how many Super Bowls have they won? Brett Favre, I know there's 2 there. Aaron Rodgers, this might be their 4th. I'm thinking this is the Packers' 4th. I'm going to look it up after this. I'll see you guys in the next one. That has been year 3. Ugh, crazy.